Hello Capricorn, this is Victoria and I'm here with your May Tarot forecast. As always, we're going to be looking at your love life and personal space, at your career and workspace, and we'll get you guidance on how to best navigate the energy of the month of May. At the end, I'll pull some messages from your person of interest to yourself. And of course, I will pull an oracle card for you. We will begin with this actually. This is the Cosmic Dancer Oracle. And yeah, it will show us what is the theme of the month of May for you, what to pay attention to, maybe give you some additional frame of reference for what is going on. All right, remember that these readings are for Sun, Moon, and Rising Capricorn. So if you're watching this for Sun sign, please check out videos for other placements as well. So the first card is Clear the Vessel. You saw me shuffling, and this was the card that we saw at the beginning, but it had to be that card. Card number 1. So you see she's pouring something out of this jar, and that's the vessel in this particular example. Basically what we're saying is in order to let something in, you need to clear the space, to clear the vessel, right? And of course it can be taken on so many different levels, but basically if there's something specific that you're inviting into your life, just know that in order to get there, you need to clear the vessel. And it may mean different things for you specifically. Of course, this is a collective read, so I won't be able to dive too deep into specific scenarios, but if you're interested in a personal reading, I do take requests for those. You can email me or you can book a free consultation with me. There is a calendar link in the description box. And we can discuss the questions or the goals that you have for the reading. We can also talk potentially about some coaching sessions because I do those as well. Wow, and we're starting with card number 0 in tarot. So it was the first card in the oracle deck and the first card in tarot deck. Some big new beginnings, I would say, without a doubt, Capricorn. But yeah, for your personal space, so you have the Fool. This is Aquarius energy. You could be dealing with an Aquarius. Hanged Man. This is Sagittarian energy. And the Messenger of Fire. For your career space, you have the Queen of Fire. Taking it one step further. 7 of Water. And 2 of Air. And finally, the advice from the universe, 9 of Fire, 4 of Fire, and Patience. Trying to remember what this was. I think this is the Temperance card. Yes, number 14. This is Temperance in the regular deck. And that's another Sagittarian energy. All right, bottom of the deck, Temptation. That's you, Capricorn. Well, it's the Devil card, but it is Capricorn energy. Yeah, sometimes we see I'm hearing for you, sometimes we see some low-hanging fruit and we're tempted to pick it up, even if it's not the best of what we were hoping for, even if it's not exactly what we are interested in, but it's like, it's tempting because it's easy, and also I don't want it to go to waste, if that makes sense, so I'm just gonna grab it, figuratively speaking, of course. And then some regrets may come in, because you realize that, there is certain responsibility that comes with it. There's some overhead and maintenance, and at the end of the day, you didn't even want it that much, right? So be careful with that, and if anything, stay curious in that moment and see where the temptation is coming from. Why? Is it because you don't feel like you can achieve the real thing that you're after? Is it because you feel like you the obligation to take care of someone or something that needs help, that needs rescuing, needs saving? There could be several different themes here, but it's important to dive deeper and understand it better. You also have quite a lot of major arcanas here, I think. Let's see. Well, you have 3 and also 1 underneath the deck, so yes, quite a lot. So you're being given certain experiences, certain lessons to accelerate your progress, right? And it's important to respond to that with an open mind. If anything, the combination of Fool and Hangman is about being as open-minded as you can. No judgment, no this is how I do things, right? No words like this is my way or the highway. This is about opening up to something new, to something different, and to maybe even different belief system altogether. Very interesting. Message of Fire has a lot of curiosity, but they're also very eager to get to where they want to be. Whether it's you or your person, there's a little bit of impatience in this month, during this time, right? It's like you're being given all these different things. This is not necessarily relationship related. This can be anything, right? But this is a context for a personal life that you're asked to expand your horizons, to expand your frame of reference, and the ways that you do things or how you make decisions. And that can be uncomfortable on its own. But imagine there's a person that also has some expectations towards you, whether it's about how quickly things are going, or they already know the current you and they're absolutely fine with that version of you. And now it's like there's this impatience of like, why are we stalling? Why is this not moving forward? But it's very important for you to stand your ground and explain to your person, or if it's your impatience to have that conversation with yourself, that this is necessary. Don't think about time or running out of time. You have the time that you need. This is divinely orchestrated for you. But in order for that next level success, whether it's in your personal life or any other area, these lessons need to be integrated. And some mindset change is required. So trust the process. Keep faith. That's the ultimate Fool energy. For your career space, you have Queen of Fire, 7 of Water, and 2 of Air. I actually just noticed today that in this card, the 2 of Air is like this dancing person. To me, this is a dance pose. Very interesting. So you could be, of course, dealing with a fire sign here, so Aries, Leo, or Sag. This could be either you or somebody in your work environment who's very goal-oriented and has a lot of ambition, right? It's like not necessarily sky's the limit, but they are aiming high, right? There are a lot of opportunities also, and there are a lot of ways to get to that success, to that status, to that ambitious goal, right? But the question is, and it's either you or maybe it's somebody who's in your space that you're helping get there. But it's very important to look into details, not to forget about the details, right? That you need to consider all the different options, not just necessarily the first one that comes to mind, right? There could be other ways that are worthy, that are maybe more practical or maybe less taking, meaning like less demanding on the energy. And it's important to consider them because you will need, this is like prepping yourself for the long haul, not just for a quick, not for a sprint, but for a marathon. And you need your strength and you need your balance. So you can't burn it all in a week or a month, hoping that, somehow it's gonna work itself out. No, this is more about looking at how do you keep yourself in a balanced space, in a focused way, without having to always have to decide one or the other. Where do I run this time? Which fire do I put out first? Like that will be keeping you stuck in the current stage because you'll always be in this analysis paralysis stage. And finally, the advice for Capricorn: 9 of Fire, 4 of Fire, and Patience. And I like how, if you notice, actually there is a certain resemblance in these two cards. Usually 4 of Fire very much about connection, not in this deck necessarily. And also there are these lanterns, like there are these lights, beautiful. And Patience, of course. I already talked about patience. Patience is definitely a virtue, and in spirituality and personal growth, we talk about this a lot of time. It's a contrasting energy to what we're used to in the modern world. And that's why it becomes more and more challenging to actually exercise patience in a practical way, without the jitters, without anxiety. Get yourself to a point where you surrender and you don't get, it's not driving you crazy that you have to wait. You're not having panic attacks because you don't know the answer. You can release that expectation of wanting to know all the answers up front. So magical things are about to happen, your dreams are coming true, the right people are coming along. But it's important, and part of the clearing the vessel, by the way, is also removing expectations, is also removing the exact who and how and when this is going to happen, right? You're sending your intention to the universe, and then you need to trust that it's coming for you. Okay, last but not least, messages for Capricorn from their person of interest. What does Capricorn need to know at this point? King of Wands could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, clarified by the moon. Ooh, the moon card in this deck is very special to me. It was this image of a woman almost holding the moon as her belly, but also in a very tender way. So I also see this as feminine archetype in general, which is very different from the King of Wands. So your person could be, of course, this fire sign, or it's just somebody who is very much likes to take the bull by the horns, likes to just go for what they want. And now this energy comes in, which is much more nourishing and quiet, but also it comes in strongly enough for them to notice that there's something else in life that's important apart from what they've been after. That maybe for some people it's even finally realizing that they want to settle and they want to start a family, and they want to have this meaningful relationship between the feminine and the masculine, because these are, regardless of which energy you are, this is the connection. Like the moon in this specific card is the feminine energy, King of Wands is the masculine energy, right? So it's this beautiful union of the masculines realizing how much the feminines, the value of the feminines in their life, that it's not just for physical relationship, it's not the expectation that the woman is going to be, or the feminine is going to be taking care of them with everything, like a maid. It's not even just for the childbearing, right? But it's so much more. It's that companionship based on this yin yang contrast, right? And seeing the same situation in a very different way, and they're starting to appreciate more of this another perspective, another view, and really valuing and understanding how much they've been missing out on that. So they definitely see a lot of value in the connection that they have with you, and if anything, it doesn't make them weaker, it makes them stronger. And this is the new energy, a new state of being that they are uncovering thanks to you. Okay, I hope this was good for you, Capricorn. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed the video, please like it, and of course subscribe to my channel, and until next time.